Anapatia His Excellency pale. Wacha tuone. Hey! 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 Bado hata mdozi haamini. Wapigeni makofi, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. MCJC.
Chipukizi.
Pia tupigeni huu DJ wao. Ametuonyesha kwamba yeye hata vile aliumbwa na Mungu bado hiyo sio haimzuii kufanya mambo. Tumpigieni makofi tafadhali. Well done, sir.
And so Talanta Hela is about harnessing the talents of each and every person in the country, regardless of your situation and who you are. And that is why even the content creators in this country, hatubagui ni nani.
Yes. Kama leo hata His Excellency amekuwa content creator.
Imagine.
DJ, are you ready with that video we see?
Kunayo ameimba? Ama amerekodi?
Twende kazi.
Talanta Hela, black, red and green. Talanta Hela, Talanta Hela, black, red and green. Talanta Hela.
Fulo.
Ala.
Hapo tukitafuta Sivo Simple Boy, aongeze verse. Mdosi uko na ngoma. MC Jesse.
Kwa hivyo Talanta Hela umesema pia yeye tumscout.
Tumscout kindly.
Tumscout. Kukimbia hiyo anaweza.
Yes.
Hata alikimbia hii mpaka Statehouse.
Alikimbia
hii race mpaka Statehouse. Hakuna mtu angeweza. Umesikia? So the next on stage we want to invite
she's one of the best comedians we have in Kenya. Your Excellency, huyu ndio ana represent watu tunaita vienyeji, mimi na Jesse Kenya mzima. Wapi makofi shangwe za Awinja in the building. Karibu sana Awinja.
Awinja.
Sikuji.
Yeah?
Sikuji.
Awinja.
Mumefungia msanii wangu nje alafu mnataka niingie peke yangu. Sikuji.
Msanii gani?
Awinja msanii mgani huyo tena?
Msanii wangu tumefika kwa gate wakaitisha jina nikawapatia. Sasa sijui ni kwa nini wamekataa ingia, sasa nakuja kuperform peke yangu.
Umepeana ID?
Sasa umeona kuku ikipeanwa ID wapi? Si nilikuwa nakuja leo tu perform alafu baadaye ikue kitoweo.
Kuja bwana.
Now that we are here.
Umekuja kutulima.
Habari ya kila mtu. Muko asima. His Excellency, hello. Ango Mutavadi uvendi. Mimi msione hivi, mimi sio mtu hivi. Mimi na mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi tunatoka Sabatia wote. Yaani sisi ni machirani. Sasa yako kwa balkoni yake anasukua meno. Mimi niko hapo kando natoa kuku zangu naambia Ango hello. Hata isulipata ile credit ya 20 papu ulikuwa umeniitisha asubuhi. Yeah, like feel free, usikuwe na embarrass yoyote. Kama ukiwa na shida yote call me. Sisi wa Marakoli hatunanga chuki. Otherwise now that we are here, His Excellency, najua kuna finance bill. Ni sawa. Hata mimi nimekaa chini na task force yangu, tukazungumza na committee na tuka come up na Awinja's finance bill. Na hii hapa sana sana inaenda kugusia kina mama, italinda kina mama na ilinde ndoa zetu. Si kina mama ni hivyo? Kwa sababu wacheni niwaambie, nataka mni back up. Hii inatuhusu kwa sana. Kina mama Kina mama. Asante sana. So Your Excellency, so number 1 of Awinja's finance bill. Najua tumelia sana kama content creators. Tumesema pale kwa entertainment haki mnatuumisa, ni kweli. Lakini sasa mimi nataka kukuambia mahali kuko na pesa kwa entertainment. Sasa sisi kama kina mama tunasema, unaona kwa hizi vinyosi mnaenda, unapata mzee wangu ananyolewa 20 minutes lakini anakandwa for 5 hours. 5 hours! Mtu anakandwa 5 hours amekaa tu kichwa, unaona? Wanachua. Nimeona sura zenyu kabisa. Hapo ndio sisi tunasema hapo kwa massage weka 70%. Your excellency, haujawahi jiuliza kwa nini wabunge wengi ni vipara? Angalia Itumbi hapo nyuma yako, hata ananichoma macho, kipara imeshaini. Ni kwa sababu ya nini? Kwa hivyo tunarusha wapi huko tax? Pale starehe ni mingi, starehe imekuwa mingi sana. Number 2 of Awinja's finance bill. Your Excellency, sisi kama kina mama tunataka kuintroduce second wife tax. Tunataka kuintroduce second wife tax. Mzee akijaribu kuleta bibi wa pili, tunamgonga na 50% ya ushuru. Akijaribu kuleta bibi wa tatu, tunamgonga na 100% ya ushuru. Kina mama Kina mama, niendelee ama nisiendelee? Thank you very much. And number 3 of Awinja's finance bill. Your Excellency, mimi nilikuwa tumeonelea hivi na kina mama wenzangu. Mzee wangu akikucha nyumbani saa 12 ametulia. Sitaki kuona simu yake imeingia SMS kutoka kwa mwanamke mwingine, kama sio tata yake, kama sio mama yake ama relative, ushuru ni 30%. Hiyo kesi haikui yangu, inakuwa ni yeye na nani? Na serikali, si ndio? And last, wacha niseme least but not last. Your Excellency, sisi kama kina mama ni watu watupendi maneno mingi. Natanganya kweli? Kina mama sisi ni watu wa drama kweli? Hatupendi drama, si ni ukweli? Unapata mara mingi tumetulia kwa nyumba, nimekaa, I am just minding my business. Mzee wangu labda ako huko kando kwa bafu anaoga, amewacha simu yake kwa mesa. Amewacha simu yake wapi? Kwa mesa. Mimi say I'm minding my business, lakini simu ya mzee inaniita iko tu. Mimi I am minding my business, simu ya mzee inaniita tu, Awinja, kuja uone hapa WhatsApp kuna mambwembwe. Tunajua password, kuja utuangalie. Mimi sitaki, I am minding my business. In fact, ikianza kuniita naamka, naanza safari naenda jikoni, inaanza kunifuata. Na nyinyi kina mama mnajua simu zetu za wazee siku hizi ziko na miguu, si ni kweli? Simu inanifuata mpaka jikoni. Simu inanifungua mpaka macho. Inanisomesha message, inaniingiza WhatsApp. Mimi sijaigusa. Na end up nimeona messages samse na vitu zingine za ajabu sitaki kusema. Kwa hivyo Your Excellency, mimi nilikuwa nataka kusema, for every screenshot natumia serikali, ninataka mzee wangu anipatie tax ya hardship allowance, because I cannot fathom. Imekuwa too much. Kina mama mmesikia finance bill yetu? Kwa hivyo msiseme siku wa warn. Okay, and as of those of Awinja's finance bill say aye. The ayes have it. Thank you very much.
Wapi makofi ya Awinja, ladies and gentlemen. Superstar wetu huyu.
Ala? Ebu pande hiyo ingine. Finance.
Hii nilikuwa nataka nani ndio mutafatiesi kuelewa. Na babu pia elewe. Na Uparanya pia ese kuelewa. We are very accommodative in this finance bill. Asante sana.
Makofi ya Awinja, ladies and gentlemen. Umeona mambo ya Waluya? Unajua Jesse, Mluya ni mtu akikula usimuulize kama umeshiba. Namwambia umechoka. Ndio unaona ako na dhamo hapa. Finance bill.
Tuendelee bana.
Before we call the next day, nimeambiwa pia tuko na msanii ambaye tulisimamisha wasanii akakataa kusimama. Bwana Jagwa.
Wewe huyo ni waziri.
Ni msanii bro.
Ni msanii.
Ameimba ngoma moja for 20 years. Ndio, Your Excellency, huyu mtu umemsaidia sana.
Ako wapi bro?
Alisema tu na hiyo ndio maneno ikaishia hapo. Jagwa, where are you, Your Excellency? Jagwa.
Amejua tunasema hivi akatoroka. Akia nani? Ni kigeugeu.
Bas, ametugeuka. But MC Jess, we are almost done with this part of the program. Yes. Nafikiri sasa the next
as you check the next, you want to remind you please, it's #TalantAHela. Na hiishi tukimaliza program, even when you're going out, tukipiga mapicha hapa wala utapiga na Safari Rally, remember it's #TalantAHela. And talking of Safari Rally, we want to say this is the first time we have seen a government sponsoring female rally drivers led by And tuwapigie makofi hapo. And so thank you so much, Your Excellency, for that. And our CS Namamba, led by Pauline Shegu, amekuwa pale, ameendesha gari miaka mingi sana. I know you didn't know, alikuwa tu anasoma news kwa KBC, but she's a wonderful rally driver. So thank you, Excellency, for supporting women rally driver. Hashtag Talanta Hela.
Nafikiri sasa we are going to watch a small movie trailer. If you're ready, then after the trailer, Waziri is going to make a commentary.
1,200-year-old artifact, that's the final piece of the puzzle.
On screen, please.
I'm about to change the world with this discovery.
I want you to meet Lieutenant Adrian Vardy. He's young, but he's one of my best men.
I've never seen anything like that. The way that thing moved, our bullets couldn't touch it.
I am the Ancient One. This world came crumbling down in glorious flames under my hand of power.
An enemy of cosmic proportions is about to inflict his rage on an entire planet, and you want us to just sit and do nothing?
Our objective is to track down the artifact, and we've been authorized to use lethal force.
I will restart this world anew. Who can stop a god?
Storm, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
You can play for us the next video if you're ready. Thank you.
So this is the line actually. So it's only 2 centimeters wide and almost 600 meters long. From rock to rock, from mouse to cat. It's a long line. Longest in Africa. It's not just flat slack line. It goes down and then it goes up. And probably most of the time I will walk uphill. It's all about being prepared. and it's steep.
Let's appreciate the production na makofi tafadhali. At this point, Your Excellency, allow me to introduce our secretary, our cabinet secretary for youth affairs, Ababu Namwamba, to make a commentary about what you have just watched. Karibu Waziri.
Waziri, this part is whereby you're going to tell us, it's not your maiden speech, about the film industry. What Talanta Hela is doing to support the film industry and make sure we are monetizing it.
Thank you. Your Excellency, as you've already noted, the whole Talanta Hela space is targeting the entire spectrum of the creatives, from music to film, pageantry, fashion, acrobatics, the entire spectrum. And the purpose of Talanta Hela is really to consolidate this space. For the film space, we are focused on 3 main targets. The first one is to offer an opportunity for Kenyan filmmakers to make film and then to project that film to a global audience. What the first clip you watched, Your Excellency, is a computer animation, science fiction, created by a Kenyan called Andrew Kagia. And Your Excellency, this particular movie has actually been shortlisted for the Oscars. That is how good it is. It has been shortlisted for the Oscars. We are very confident that it's going to be competitive in that regard. The second clip is one that we prepared in collaboration with Red Bull, and it is about marketing film locations in Kenya. And what you saw there is the Samburu Plains, which is a fantastic location for filmmaking. It is the intention of Talanta Hela to do similar clips for different types of locations across the country and market them to filmmakers. The idea really is to position Kenya, to promote Kenya as a destination of choice for filmmaking. It is a space where we have lost out a lot to competitors like South Africa, like Nigeria, yet we have superior locations. And so, Your Excellency, as we put this package together, there are a number of things which Talanta Hela is doing, one of them being the regulatory framework. We have had little roadblocks. For instance, the mere process of bringing in and taking out equipment. Just bringing in your shooting equipment and taking it out. That is something which we are sorting out. We are sorting out the issue of rebates and tax breaks for filmmakers. It is a framework that we have already prepared and is at an advanced stage with the Treasury. Finally, Your Excellency, we are undertaking a conversation with the filmmakers. We are already in talks with the 2 top Hollywood filmmakers who travel to Nairobi all the way from Los Angeles. And by the month of September, we'll be shooting our first mega Hollywood-driven movie right on Kenyan soil. And so, Your Excellency, this is a space which is full of potential, and we are right on top of that game. Talanta Hela.
Makofi tafadhali ya Waziri. Thank you, sir. I think coming on stage next, today we've seen established artists, tomorrow to acrobatics, models, want to see the up and coming. To come on stage right now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Small Bird. Pigeni makofi hata kama mjui Small Bird tafadhali. Utakuwa kubwa. Karibu sana.
Nasikia nikiwa juu sana, juu sana, juu sana. I say, ndogo katoka kwenye mti kuu. Kenya tuko juu, Kenya tuko juu. Nasema Kenya tuko juu, juu sana, juu sana. Kenya tuko juu, Kenya tuko juu. Nasema Kenya tuko juu, juu sana, juu sana. Tushikane tu mikono tulinde nchi yetu Kenya. Umoja ni nguvu, utengano ni udhaifu. Chapa kazi tusichoke kulinda nchi yetu Kenya. Mola wape nguvu kutumikia nchi yetu. Kenya ni kwangu, Kenya ni kwako, sisi sote tuungane. Kenya ni baba tena mama, sisi sote tumbo moja. Tuzidi na kupendana kama ndugu na dada waliozaliwa kutoka kwa tumbo moja na mama. Shida yangu, shida yako, tusaidiane kwa pamoja. Mtafutaji tu achoki, akichoka amepatiwe kidogo, tule sote tufurahie kwa pamoja. Kwani mimi na wewe sote ni watu wa maana. Mombasa, Nairobi hadi Kisumu tuko sawa. Mambo ya kistaarabu utazipata kabaraka. Nchi yetu tuko juu, tupo mbele tunang'ara. Karibu nyumbani, tuko kwetu furahie. Kenya tuko juu, Kenya tuko juu. Kenya tuko juu, Kenya tuko juu. Nasema Kenya tuko juu, Kenya tuko juu. Juu sana, juu sana. Kenya tuko juu, Kenya tuko juu. Kenya tuko juu, Kenya tuko juu. Nasema Kenya tuko juu, Kenya tuko juu. Juu sana, juu sana. Hivi majuzi manze, karibu nifungiwe nyumba. Siku kuwa na kakitu landi naye yakabisha. Mbio mbio kwenye simu kutafuta do. Nilikuwa nimesota hadi inabo. Hustler fan, wacha ni washo. Ili come through mbaya kibazu. Nchi gani tena itadu. Phone kali kuokolea mayouth kama mimi. Ni wapi kwingine umesikia gava ina bail out wasewa kiwa chini. Hata kama si Kenya my motherland, ni wapi kwingine? Hebu tuweke shida chini tujipongeze. Wasewa biz tusichoke kwani kazi ni kazi. Na wakulima tujenge nchi tumalize njaa. Kila msee ajijenge na NHIF. Stories za help tuzisort hadi bila stress. Manze, jua ni kali. Najua utasema hii ni jua ya mvua, lakini itabidi tumepanda miti ndo tukuwe shua. Na hiyo mvua sio story tu. Kenya tupo juu, Kenya tupo juu. Kenya tupo juu, Kenya tupo juu. Nasema Kenya tupo juu, Kenya tupo juu. Juu sana, juu sana. Nasema Kenya tupo juu, Kenya tupo juu. Kenya tupo juu, Kenya tupo juu. Nasema Kenya tupo juu, Kenya tupo juu. Juu sana, juu sana. I say, ndege ndogo katoka kwenye mti kuu. Nasikia nikiwa juu sana, juu sana, juu sana.
Wapi makofi?
Juu sana, juu sana.
Let's appreciate him one more time. Anaitwa Small Bird. Coming on stage right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Brandy Maina. Karibu Brandy.
Nataka kukuona karibu. Nikutext tutaonana lini? Karibu ni confess nina mafilo, lakini I know kwako ni kalungo, kwangu ni kulove, nina lololo bado nakumiss. Sijai forget na kudis. It's better like this. We've gotta ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa dark skin na nachota melani na lova. Nobody can boga. You say like Ologoba. You turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa dark skin na nachota melani na lova. Nobody can boga.
for the people, boys and girls, they like it. Luchi, Mr. Goodie Bag, so everybody dance. Luchi, now ready, so ready. Dance floor, Italy, take me higher. Luchi, now ready, so ready. Dance floor, Italy, me higher.
Thank you so much. My name is Brandy Minor. Have a beautiful night.
Let's appreciate Brandy Minor, ladies and gentlemen. Now, listen to this. These are upcoming artists, and by the grace of God, the way I was hosting Churchill's show, I was in charge of raw talent. I used to see young people kama Chipukizi. Alikuja hapo kama ana hii nywele, Your Excellency. He was a good boy. He was very decent. I don't know what happened. And the way hawa wanakuja kama hawajulikani, later on, ndi hawa wanalipwa mamilioni ya pesa kuperform.
Sasa unaita, wacha kuniitia KRA bwana.
Lipa tax.
Bwana.
Tax lazima tulipe.
Hiyo ni kweli. Kulipa pesa ushuru iko, ni kujitegemea.
Pesa iko. Si mna postingi online mkiwa Dubai? Munaendanga na nini?
Hiyo ni Samido.
Lipa tax.
Mambo ya Samido.
Si wewe unajenga mlolongo? Si unajenga nyumba mlolongo?
Sawa, wasanii tutalipa.
Lipa tax. Si uko na Mercedes? Nani alikwambia uweke online? Lipa tax. Si unalipwa leo?
Lakini wewe, nani niliwaambia?
Tuanze hapa. Mimi nitalipa because you know why? Because by the grace of God with Talanta Hela, most people here, when an artist goes through a problem, the artists go online, wanaweka pay bill. We want to make sure pia hiyo maneno imekwisha kabisa. Never again. Through monetization of talent, you'll never see artists coming to beg at you, niko na shida, tusaidie hapa na pale. The first stop itakuanga kwa ofisi ya Babu na Mwamba, ndio tujue kwa nini ya monetize. Then after that, obviously the program is there and they're going to monetize talent. So thank you, Excellency, for the amazing support. Chipukizi.
Thank you, MC Jesse, na nitalipa tax. Kulipa ushuru ni kujitegemea. Mimi niko tayari. We want to introduce the CEO, Trace, Mr. Dan Mushira, who is going to explain to us about the space of Trace. They have a project called Who is Next? I think
yes.
It's more of a...
It's also harnessing talent through their channel, and they're going to explain to us what they are doing together with Talanta Hela in harnessing talent in this country. Welcome, Danny.
Sir, thank you, Jesse and Chipukizi. Your Excellency, all protocols observed. I think Trace has been doing business in Africa for the last 20 years. We've done channels in Kenya. We do Trace Mziki, we do Trace Gospel, we run FM radios. We basically work with young people, like you've seen today in the music industry. Our mission really is to empower and entertain. And today we're very proud to partner with the Ministry of Arts, Youth Affairs to launch Trace Who's Next. And Trace Who's Next is a talent search initiative that we've crafted with the ministry for the last couple of months that talks to not only unearthing talent, but also nurturing talent using Kenyan creatives. And after nurturing that talent, exposing that talent using our platforms across the world. internationally so that we can actually
Mana Chipukizi listening to us here, because we are almost coming to the end of this part of the entertainment and showcase. And Chipukizi, did you know that the projection of Talanta Hela is looking at reducing the employment of young people and increasing it, because you're looking at over 5,000 young people that are going to be monetizing their giftings in this country. So employment to the young people will be coming through this initiative of Talanta Hela. Sitaongea mengi because our CS Ababu Namwamba will be having the speech as he comments on what they are working together with Trace Initiative, hiyo ameongelea ya Dani, and the rest of the art industry that we are talking about. And on top of that, because we have this chance, hatuna ingine tunatoka tukienda.
Yes.
Your Excellency, this house called the creative industry, we would like it to be one house, one big house. And like when you're talking of CMOs, Kina MCSK are here, Ezekiel Mutua, I saw him here, the CEO is there. We because tumeona whereby artists wanalialia, wametumiwa shilingi 15, shilingi 200 kutoka kwa MCSK. Your Excellency, with your support, would like that whole industry to be digitized. At a click of a button, artists get their money. No interference ya mtu yoyote when it comes to the monies that are being collected, just like the Hustler Fund. So thank you so much, MCSK. And on the same, Talanta Hela, through the support of the CS, na kwa party ya UDA, together with Secretary General, we have also asked for assistance through SG. We are looking for a UDA anthem. So we'll be touring the whole country to these young people, when you are talented, working together with Talanta Hela to harness those talents, and we are going to have one big anthem, yeah, UDA. So thank you, SG Malala, because of giving us that chance. Chipukizi, we are done.
Mimi nafikiri yangu ni kushukuru sana. Tupigieni makofi kwa sababu yetu imeisha, ndio tukiitisha mshahara tuonekane tumefanya kazi. Tupigieni makofi tafadhali, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening to us. We want to take the program to the next part of the program. The next guy coming on stage is also a creative and is a director, state function. Tupigieni Pastor Mike Gitonga makofi tafadhali anapokuja.
And Chipukizi, for those people who don't know Mike Gitonga, Your Excellency, this guy was one of the people that actually were in charge of looking for comedians to be working on radio. That time he used to work for Family FM, and I'm one of those comedians. Alikuwa anajaribu kutafuta wa work kwa radio. By that time I was an amateur, sikutoboa. And so Mike Gitonga, thank you so much for supporting the talents in this country. We are here. Take over. Tunakuongelea hivyo ndio utuite hiyo ingine.
Why don't we put our hands together for our creatives here? Asante sana. Tuwapigie makofi tafadhali. MC Jesse and none other than Chipukizi. Your Excellency, sir, we now want to go to the part where we have the speeches, so that at the end of the speeches, tunaomba Your Excellency utu-release. Kwa hivyo, tutaomba utu-release. But at this point, allow me to now welcome the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts, Honorable Ababu Namwamba, to come and take over the program and then run us from there. So why don't we put our hands together as we welcome him to just come and give us some remarks. Then after that, you'll welcome the COG Chair, Her Excellency, Honorable Anne Waiguru. Welcome. Karibu.
Mr. President, asante sana for this very historic moment. And I must say that we have had two back-to-back incredible events right here. Last Friday, we had an incredible event here with our school and college children for the drama and film concert, which you hosted. And today, Your Excellency, we are experiencing something that has never happened before, bringing the creatives to the grounds of Statehouse. Let us give His Excellency a round of applause. I tell you, it really pays to have the right Kenyan as a resident of Statehouse. It makes a difference. Your Excellency, allow me, before I make a few remarks, to just say that in the audience here, we have a very impressive constellation of great Kenyans from across the sporting We have great Kenyans from across the sporting spectrum. We have some of the greatest legends that have defined our sporting heritage, our sporting history. Today, as you know, Your Excellency, you started off this ceremony by flagging off celebrations marking the 70th anniversary of rallying in Kenya. Kenya has been at rallying for 70 years, 10 years longer than our independence history. And to celebrate that, we have a series of activities which will be running until the 22nd, when the 2023 WRC Safari Rally kicks off for 3 days. We thank you for flagging off the series of activities in that regard. Tomorrow, actually, as part of that series, we will be hosting a special dinner for the legends of rallying, the people who have made that history of 70 years. And some of them, Your Excellency, are here with you. Allow me to acknowledge them. We have Mr. Patrick Njiru in the house. Patrick, please rise. We want to acknowledge you. Where is Patrick? Where is Patrick? Patrick was with us. Patrick is the one who flagged you off, Your Excellency, earlier today. He may have stepped out. We also have Mr. Carl Tundo. Carl is another legend of rallying. And in the spirit of tapping our legends to help us manage the revival of sports in this country, Mr. Carl Tundo is actually the chairman of the local organizing committee of the Safari Rally 2023, bringing his long experience to. Carl, we acknowledge you. We also have in the house Mr. Phineas Kimathi, another rallying legend in his own right. And Your Excellency, Mr. Kimathi also serves as the CEO of the Safari Rally project, again bringing that long history and experience to the game of rallying. And I want to acknowledge the whole WRC Safari Rally family that has come for the activation of our 70th anniversary celebration, starting with the Secretariat Tunawatambua, the officers from the Secretariat, going to our youngsters who will be flying our flag. Our youngsters, tafadhali simameni. Your Excellency, we are investing in young people, and these youngsters will be flying the Kenyan flag behind the wheel. And for the first time ever, as part of celebrations to mark the 70th anniversary, government is sponsoring all-girl cruise. All-girl cruise. And I want to ask our all-girl cruise to rise, led by Pauline Shegu, so that we can acknowledge you. Our all-girl cruise. Those are all-girl cruise, and they are being supported by government through the Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, Asanteni Sana. And so I want to acknowledge the journey we have traveled. And Your Excellency, for this year, we have 20 countries represented in the WRC segment of the rally. Finland, Estonia, France, Great Britain, Belgium, Spain, Japan, Ireland, Greece, Sweden, Poland, Luxembourg, Czech Republic, Germany, Italy, Canada, Paraguay, Kenya, of course, Uganda, and Tanzania. This is going to be a very impressive gathering of the best rally drivers from across the world. And to all of them, we are telling you, Karibu Kenya, the land of Hakuna Matata. This is that land. Your Excellency, Talanta Hela. And many Kenyans may be wondering, what exactly is Talanta Hela? What is this all about? Talanta Hela, Your Excellency, is a consolidation, a convergence of all the thinking that your administration has had right from the plan, the manifesto that brought your administration in power. when you go to that manifesto, you talk about the sports apparel's value chain, it is in the plan. When you talk about monetization of content, it is in the plan. When you talk about promoting Kenya as a destination of choice for filmmakers, it is in the plan. And so the long and short of it, Your Excellency, is that Talanta Hela has consolidated the thinking that your administration has had, even before you came to power, on how to deploy sports and the creatives as a key driver of our economic revival and our economic development. That's what we have done. And now, riding on the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, we have consolidated all that into a policy frame, which we are calling Talanta Hela. Your Excellency, it must be acknowledged that we inherited a mess as we came to office, a total mess. Speaking about the space, you graciously have allowed me to manage on your behalf and on behalf of the people of Kenya. We inherited a sporting arena that was in disarray. Football had been suspended by FIFA for over a year. There was no football completely. Doping had reached such a crisis level that Kenya was on the verge of being banned by World Athletics. Essentially, our sporting arena was grinding to a halt. Your Excellency, the whole creative space was scattered all over the place. Never before had there been an effort to join all these dots you have seen here today. The dot of film, music, fashion, pageantry, talk about acrobatics, and all that, what you can call the whole creative space. It was scattered all over the place. Your Excellency, that is the mess we inherited. And the first agenda, you instructed me as your cabinet secretary in this space, was to steady the ship. We steadied the ship. We engaged the FIFA, as you know, Your Excellency, in record time. And within 1 month, Kenya was back to international football. And in the last 6 months, Your Excellency, we have taken time to consolidate all the thinking from the plan, from better, and we are now able to present to you an implementable, coherent program called Talanta Hela. As we do this, Your Excellency, I want to assure you that we are walking this journey with everybody that matters. We are anchoring this program on partnerships. And I want to acknowledge those who have defined our sporting legacy over the years. We have representatives in this audience, Your Excellency, from all sporting federations. all the federations that manage sport. And we brought them here because we want to send a clear message that as we travel the journey of reviving our sports, we want to hark back to our glory days defined by such great people. And to join the dots to the present, we have the entire current Harambee Stars football team is in the house here with us, led by Captain Mike Olunga. Mike, together with your team, please rise so that we can acknowledge you. Harambee Stars. Mike, together with your team, the whole team, and Coach Firat, may you rise. That is the Harambee Stars. This team is right now preparing to start the journey to the World Cup 2026 with the qualifiers that start in November. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Na safari ya kesho hupangwa leo. We have started early preparations to make this team competitive as they get to the qualifiers for World Cup 2026. They are already in camp. I visited them yesterday and gave them financial support to enable them travel to Mauritius tomorrow to participate in a 4-nation tournament that is part of their preparations. And so, Your Excellency, you instructed me to steady this ship and to fix the mess. And this is what we are doing, sir. This is exactly what we are doing. Your Excellency, let me also acknowledge the athletes, some of our greatest athletes who are here with us, led by the President of Athletics Kenya, General Retired Jackson Tuwei. Jackson, if you are in the house, please rise. We want to acknowledge you, General, together with our entire athletics team. I have seen Mary Mora, who ran very well in the 800 meters the other day in Morocco. We acknowledge you, Mary. Acknowledge you, Mary Mora, together with all the other athletes who have come here today. And the message we are sending, let me also acknowledge the president of the National Olympics Committee of Kenya, the legend, Dr. Paul Targat. Dr. Targat, if you're in the house, Dr. Targat may not be here, but I want to acknowledge Dr. Targat because between Athletics Kenya and the National Olympics Committee and government, we are waging a total war against doping. A total war against doping. And we are saying we shall win the war against doping. Your Excellency, you hosted here Lord Sebastian Coe, the president of World Athletics. We gave a guarantee that we shall win the war against doping. And we are working with all these athletes in that respect. Your Excellency, revival of our sports is therefore the first agenda in this whole Talanta Hela journey. But as we do that, as we revive, as we steady the ship, there are a couple other things which we are doing in that space. Number one, we are investing in talent development. And Your Excellency, of course, you know, because you have given these instructions, that we invest in an ecosystem of academies so that we can grow talents from the grassroots coming up. And we are doing academies in schools, in communities, and in all the stadia that are run under government. Your Excellency, even as we develop academies, we must invest in the current players, in the current generation of players. And we are therefore actively commercializing the game, commercializing sports. And one of the things that we have sorted, I'm glad because Kenyans are asking about this, that they no longer see live broadcasts, that they no longer see sponsorship. Your Excellency, again, with your leadership and with your guidance, we have put together a mega package that will see the return of live broadcast and sponsorship for clubs participating in our leagues. And as you committed, again, harking back to the plan, as part of developing football from the grassroots, today, Your Excellency, you'll be flagging off
the inter-county, bottom-up, grassroots football program that is part of that whole agenda. And I want to acknowledge our governors and their CECs for sports with whom I have traveled this journey since we started planning this. Part of Talanta Hela, Your Excellency, is also consolidating that creative space. And as I have already noted, it is the entire spectrum, from music to film to pageantry to fashion, as you have seen. And as you do that, Your Excellency, we want to start by joining the dots. We announced here last Friday that it all starts in our schools and in our colleges. And we have established an impressive system to tap these talents right from the school ecosystem. And that is why, even for purposes of consolidating that space, we have asked the two PSs, Your Excellency, PS Belio Kipsang here, Daktari, responsible for basic education and that school ecosystem, and PS Ismail Malim here, responsible for youth affairs and the arts. They are leading the journey of joining the dots of the school ecosystem to what Talanta Hela is doing. And we are doing it deliberately by even financing the activities that are happening in schools through the ministry. But as we do that, we want to see money flowing in the pockets of our creatives. The Talanta Hela logo you see behind us, Your Excellency, is a creation of young Kenyans. This logo was the winning logo in a competition we ran countrywide, and that competition was won by a young Kenyan called Job Ogweno. Job, are you in the house? If Job, you are in the house, please rise. That is Job Ogweno, the winner of the Talanta Hela logo competition. And for this competition, Job walked away with 300,000 pesa mfukoni as a way of acknowledging that talent. And the number 2, number 3 also got money for that. We have also deliberately moved, Your Excellency, to make sure that competitions in theater, in film, are also rewarded monetarily. And 2 months ago, for the first time, we rewarded winners of the Kenya Theatre Awards with 100,000 shillings per winner of the 37 categories. Again, to send that message clearly. As we do all this, Your Excellency, there are 2 things which we must fix. Number 1 is protection of intellectual property. We must make sure that the productions of our young people are IP protected. And one of the things that Talanta Hela is putting forth is a team of lawyers that will provide free legal services to our creatives as part of Talanta Hela. Riding with that, Your Excellency, is that we must sort out the issue of royalties, the payment of royalties to our creatives. Music alone is a mega industry that could generate up to 4 to 5 billion Kenya shillings a year. But that money is not reaching artists. And yesterday, Your Excellency, we pulled off a major coup by bringing together all the players in that space of collecting royalties. And so, Bwana Ezekiel Mutua and your team, simameni, kwa sababu nataka, where is the rest of your team? All the CMOs, Prisk, Camp, CSK, and your chairman. Your Excellency, we agreed yesterday that instead of having a scattered system where everybody's doing little things in their own small corners, we are consolidating the collection of royalties. And they signed an MOU, witnessed by myself, and we have agreed that by the end of this year, they'll be inviting you to hand out checks of millions of shillings to our artists. Ezekiel Mulikubali and my boss is here. We'll be waiting to see that happen. And Your Excellency, to help them deliver that, just like we did with the Hustler Fund, we want to take collection of royalties digital. And we have already written to WIPO to make available the WIPO system as the basis of digital collection and distribution of royalties. And as you do that, guys, we are chasing the international best practice, 80% to artists, 20% administrative costs. Your Excellency, we are also sorting out the question of levies. Yesterday, I released a gazette notice to raise the level of levies which had been wiped out through an error of a gazette notice in 2019, which had made it very difficult to raise collections of royalties. And that gazette notice will come out next week. And we are telling broadcasters, public service vehicles, entertainment and hospitality spots where music is played. The same way you enjoy your drink and your food, and you pay for the food, and you pay for the music, and you pay for the drink and the food, and you forget that it's the music accompanying the drink and the food. We want you to pay for the drink, pay for the food, and pay for the music. And we have put together a foolproof system. We'll deploy Communications Authority, we'll deploy NTSA, and you governors, I'm coming to you with the respect to ask you to help us tie collection of royalties to business licensing, so that as hotels and pubs come for business licensing, collect royalties for us. And we'll show you how to distribute them through the CMOs. Finally, Your Excellency, we have accepted your instructions to convert the Permanent Presidential Music Commission to a Presidential Creatives Commission, so that we can have a broad platform right from the seat of Statehouse, from the presidency, helping us to consolidate this space. Let me conclude, Your Excellency, by acknowledging our partnerships. As we drive this big agenda, we are working in partnerships with a lot of people who are helping us to make sure that the dots are joined. Thank you, Tress. Thank you for the MOU we have signed together. I want to thank the Grammys with whom we are concluding an agreement to make sure that the whole Grammy space is also reflected right here in Kenya. I want also to acknowledge Meta, the power behind Facebook and Instagram, and Google and YouTube, with whom we are working to consolidate monetization, especially for content creators. I thank you for that partnership. I also want to thank the government of Cuba and South Africa, with whom we have signed MOUs and agreements to cooperate in sports and the creative industries. For Cuba, for instance, we have agreed that some of our disciplines like boxing will receive specialized training in Cuba ahead of the next Olympics. For South Africa, we have entered an audio-visual co-production agreement so that our artists can collaborate in audio-visual production between Kenya and South Africa. We have initiated conversation with Antigua and Barbuda and China, whose ambassadors are here, in cooperating in the same space. And in this regard, let me acknowledge the ambassador of China, Your Excellency. We acknowledge you, Ambassador Ping Jian. Thank you very much for joining us. Ambassador Ping Jian of the People's Republic of China, and Ambassador of Antigua and Barbuda. Balozi, where is the Balozi of Antigua and Barbuda? He may not be in the house, but we are also progressing our partnership. And the representative of the Embassy of France. France, please rise so that we can acknowledge you. The French Republic, with whom we are also at an advanced stage of collaboration. Let me end by saying that as we drive this whole process, we are taking advantage of the digital space. Among the key ignitions that the President will flag off today is a digital platform we are calling Talanta Hela Digital Platform. It's a digital platform that is going to take all this action online. And on that platform, we'll be able to identify talent from the remotest parts of this country. Take an example of a young boy in Wajir who believes they can play football. They can take a 2-minute clip, go onto the Talanta Hela app, upload that clip, and it will be picked up in a command center, an assessment center that we have set up at the Kenya Academy of Sports, where we are populating with scouts and judges to be able to assess this talent and progress that talent. That app is going to revolutionize the way we undertake our sports. Ultimately, we have no doubt that Talanta Hela is what Kenya has been waiting for. Talanta Hela will turn our talents into pesa mfukoni for our creatives. And for us, it is a big box ticked by the Kenya Kwanza administration, a promise delivered by His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto. Asanteni sana. I believe I can go ahead to invite Her Excellency Your Excellency, allow me now with respect to acknowledge the partnership we have built with the counties. And I want to acknowledge the leaders of the counties that have joined us here today. On the journey of putting Talanta Hela together, the COG granted me audience at their headquarters to make a presentation to them. I made another presentation before yourself in Naivasha. The COG also allowed me to create a platform with their CECs, their ministers responsible for sports and the arts. And I meet them periodically. And together we have walked this journey. And now let me invite Her Excellency, the Governor for Kirinyaga County and the Chair of the Council of Governors. Let us give it up to Governor Anne Waiguru. Karibu sana, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Prime Cabinet Secretary, my colleague, Excellency Governors, Cabinet Secretaries present, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, Members of Senate, Members of National Assembly, Principal Secretaries, County Executive Committee members in charge of sports, Chairs of County Assembly for sports committees, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Time is gone, so I will not read my speech. I think some of the things that we're going to mention have been mentioned already. Your Excellency, allow me to thank you for allowing us as county governments to be part of this milestone event and the launch of the Talanta Initiative. We are extremely grateful for the Governor Nyaribo, Nyamira, Governor Wavinya from Machakos, Governor Kangata, Muranga, Governor Lusaka from Bungoma, Governor Kachapin, West Pokot, Governor Natembea, Trans Nzoia, Governor Malombe, Kitui, Governor Mutula, Makueni, Governor Jonathan B. Uasin Gishu. Also, I'd like to request that we recognize all the deputy governors representing their counties. Oh, Governor Simba Arati, how can I forget you? You are part of the presentations today. Allow me to request all deputy governors who are here to please stand up. As you can see, Your Excellency, county governments are well represented. Thank you. We are working together with national government and the ministry in partnership. We look forward to rolling out the bottom-up football tournament amongst all the other sports searching or scouting talent initiatives. And Your Excellency, the only thing that I would like to mention is that we look forward to partnering, and especially in the support of the activities that we have agreed between the county governments and the national government that will start at the bottom for the partnership in terms of support. We have discussed this at another time, and we hope that we will be able to advance the conversation of using the part of the sports fund to support these initiatives at the county level. Your Excellency, allow me also to join hands in embracing the Talanta Hela initiatives and its profound mission of nurturing our local talents. We promise to work together as a united front to create an environment where athletes and artists can flourish, where dreams can be realized, and where Kenya can shine brightly in the global stage. Your Excellency, before I sit down, I am informed that Kenya is yet to bid for Miss World International. Your Excellency, I would request that the ministry, I did not hear them mention it, that takes up the initiative to bid. And Your Excellency, other than that, Kirinyaga County is offering, when Kenya wins this bid, to host the event. I hope that you will indulge us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Asante, Governor, and we definitely will be working together with you. Let me now, Your Excellency, with your permission, invite the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, to address us. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa.
Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, all the distinguished men and women gathered here tonight. I'll also take a cue from Anne Waiguru and be very brief so that you can have ample time to talk to us. Your Excellency, when I look at the word monetizing, then I remember something you always tell us at Cabinet. Sometimes tuwache hii kizungu kingi na tuzungumze lugha ambayo inaeleweka. So I was trying to figure out if I landed in Vihiga today, what would I tell them about Talanta Hela? And I came up with something. I would say, Talanta Hela ni mapesa. And if I landed in Bungoma, I would say, Talanta Hela ni gimiando. And if I landed in Kirinyaga, I would say, Talanta Hela ni besha. Now, can you imagine if we broke it down to all our languages so that people can really appreciate what we are saying by this word monetizing? So tonight, we've had a good display, not all of it, but of our talent. from the north to the south, from the east to the west. This is the new frontier for job creation. This is the new frontier for Mapesa. This is the new frontier for us as a nation to make a bigger footprint in the global arena. There is also something else, Waziri. You may be having it in the pipeline, but the esports is another window that is beckoning to our young people. There's a lot of talent. There's also an opportunity there. And because Kenya is also coming up strongly as a technology-driven nation, the issue of esports must be given the attention that it deserves. I think I've said enough, because talanta ni mapesa. I don't know if I was to speak Kikalenjin, what it would be. I'm sure now that I'm requesting the president to come forward, maybe he might tell us what talanta ni mapesa in Kikalenjin would sound like. Ladies and gentlemen, can we all be upstanding for His Excellency, the President?
Asanteni sana, tafadhali tuketi chini. Asante sana Bwana Prime Cabinet Secretary, Waziri Ababu na Mwamba na mawaziri wengine, my good friends, our governors from various counties in Kenya, the leaders of our sports and creative industry, sportsmen and women, thespians na watu wote ambao wameshiriki katika sehemu hii. Good evening. Hamjambo. Kwanza, let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you to these grounds. I know it may be the first time for some of you. For those of you who are coming here for the first time, karibuni sana. For those of you who are coming here again, karibuni tena. I look forward to working with all of you. I want to congratulate the men and women I have from the rallying community, the sports leaders who are here, the crafts people who came there, and all the talents that have showed up this evening. Let me say a couple of things. First, let's put a round of applause to Ababu Namwamba, my CS for Sports and the Creatives. You all agree with me that we have the right man for the job. I have a very interesting relationship with this Ababu Namwamba. I am the one who forced him to go to politics in the first place. I walked to his office and I told him, I have read an article and I think you are a good politician. And then when I went to the elections this term, Ababu Namwamba was working with us at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And because he was my friend, one morning he came and told me, I want to resign. I asked him why. He said, because I want to support you. And I know it's going to be very difficult for me to support you and keep the job I have. I tried to dissuade him not to resign. But I was not very successful. After a few days, he told me, I want to resign. I told him, you go resign. He went and resigned so that he can come and campaign with me. When it was time to appoint cabinet, Ababu Namwamba wanted me to appoint him to another ministry. I will not tell you which one. But I told him no. I know my team better. And you agree with me that I made the right choice. Ababu Namwamba, you have my support in doing what you're doing in this space. You and me have had a conversation around this space on many occasions, and I have told you where we want to go. And I'm happy you're moving in that direction. And I take this very early opportunity to share with you the outstanding significance of this event and why this moment is a very special milestone in our determined journey towards a radical socio-economic transformation of our country. Our determination to ensure that no one is left behind and everyone gets a dividend of the transformation that inspired us to work together and implement the interventions that we are from the bottom going up so that we can touch every possible life and livelihood. Today is formally designated as the official unveiling of the platinum anniversary of the Safari Rally, Kenya's iconic contribution to the world's Rally Championship Series, and the occasion for the activation of the Sports and Creative Economy Master Plan. These two important occasions are very dear to our plan. A third critical function which we are undertaking today is the formal launch of the ongoing effort to implement the government's commitment to the critical sectors of sports and creative economy. We believe that we were elected on the basis of a compelling platform of our bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which consists of promises, pledges, and commitments made across sectors, all of them, of our economy, with a view to increasing incomes as the foundation of national prosperity. We are therefore particularly mindful of our obligation to make sure that we make all possible efforts to redeem our pledges, keep our promises, and implement our commitments. Over 70 thrilling years, the Safari Rally has contributed a singular spectacle to global motorsport. Conducted over rugged terrain set against dramatic sequence of picturesque landscape, the rally takes drivers through extremely challenging courses, abounding with variety of flora and fauna in our country. As a result, the Safari Rally is among the favorites in the WRC 13 series, watched by millions of devoted spectators globally and adored by generations. It has also introduced dozens of talented Kenyans and Kenyan drivers to the world, including a number of well-known names who have just joined us today. Tundo is sitting here, Kimadi is sitting here, our good man Njiru was around. These are our Kenyan icons. The 2023 edition of the Safari Rally will, of course, continue the magnificent tradition that has turned into a distinguished fixture in the global calendar. From the number of entries so far, it is clear that this iconic event is undergoing phenomenal revival. 34 crews from 20 countries will wage fierce battle for glory in the main event, while 19 Kenyan drivers will be behind the wheel, including 3 impressive youngsters. Jeremy Wahome, where are you? That young man there. Makre Kimathi, where are you? Right there. And Hamza Anwar. Those characters there, they will be part of this show, demonstrating that Kenya is truly coming of age in fundamental ways. This rally will have more than 5 women crews. Tuwapigie makofi jameni. Can our women crews stand up? Simameni. Tuwapigie makofi hawa rembo. Including 3 ladies teams that qualified for full government sponsorship. Look out therefore for Pauline Shehu and her co-driver Lynette Ayuko, Natasha Tundo with Chantal Young, I think they were here, and of course Jennifer Malik with Wangui Mungai. They are there. Wapige makofi jameni, those beautiful girls. I wish the young ladies the very best as they set out to break records, barriers, and claim their space in their chosen sport. The government has taken measures to exploit the invaluable branding value of this global event by investing Kenya resources to support it and profile rally appropriately, thus positioning Kenya as an icon sporting nation, rallying powerhouse, and tourism destination. During the rally, the Hustler Bazaar also offers opportunities for hustlers to earn from serving the crowds, while the Sherehe Corner will provide creatives with an opportunity to entertain and engage them. Look out for our Kenyan creatives, and please listen to our Kenyan music. And don't forget what Ababu said, remember to pay. Everybody will come out as a winner, and this is the power of sports and creative economies to ignite growth. When I flag off the rally, I will be setting off a very important phase of our project to transform sport in Kenya and make talent truly rewarding. Sport and the creative economy contribute the most easily recognizable components of our national brand, especially athletics, as well as other sporting disciplines, in addition to distinctive music and other artistic offerings. Notwithstanding this undeniable contribution to the richness of our national identity, global reputability, competitiveness, and creation of thousands of jobs for talented Kenyans on a full-time basis, the sector remains far from its full potential. As a result, their contribution to the national GDP is low, and so are the incomes of many professionals in comparative and absolute terms. We all agree that our creatives are not what creatives are elsewhere. Our sportsmen do not earn as much as their counterparts elsewhere. To address this underperformance, we committed to leverage our international athletics and sporting brand to develop a local sporting apparel manufacturing cluster, including all sports, into the National Sports Talent Academy and devolve it to county sports talent academies. That is one area we're going to work with, and I am happy that we have counties here. We want to partner with all our counties. We want to work with you because there is no part of Kenya that is not a part of a county. We also pledge to promote county leagues and inter-county sports championships that culminate into a national sporting extravaganza that will help restore Kenyan football to good international standing. You heard what Ababu said. When we came into office, we had a long battle, useless, let me say, unnecessary battle with fever. And we decided that it wasn't going to last a month longer. I picked the call, I called fever, and I told Ababu to do what he must. Congratulations, Waziri, you did a sterling job. We are back on the spot. Same thing, I had to call Sebastian Coe to come here because our athletics was at the verge of being banned in the international arena. On the creative economy, our commitments include leveraging our digital prowess to enhance the creative economy's position as a significant sector and increase its contribution to fashion and value addition to leather and craft export. We also pledge to protect intellectual property rights as the foundation of effective monetization and mainstream the development of arts and culture infrastructure. Our commitment also extends to incorporating the creative economy into the Brand Kenya and commercial diplomacy initiatives, establish a vibrant film ecosystem, and facilitate the monetization of music to promote entrepreneurship. Since taking office, we have been involved in developing appropriate mechanisms of enriching and delivering our pledges. Today, I am happy to share with the country a glimpse of what we have been up to and a taste of the brilliant things to come out of our sporting and creative ecosystem. It is the intentional refinement and elaboration of our pledges and promises that have now been developed into the Sports and Creative Economy Master Plan, or Talanta Hela. Under it, we are committing to facilitate the development of legal frameworks, economic institutions, and organizational mechanisms to promote the effective and sustainable monetization of all talent in our sports and creative economies. Through this convergence, Talanta Hela projects the government's determination to turn competitive capabilities across all sporting disciplines and expansive spectrum of the creative industry into music and dance, film and theater, fashion and pageantry, digital content creation, as well as literary and fine art. These are all sectors that for a very long time did not look serious. Many people were wondering, how does this become part of a country's economy? We were here last Friday listening to our school children, and I tell you the talent in those kids is amazing. We had a script here that was world class. I'm wondering why we continue to watch those things of Afro cinema continues when we have much, much superior content that we can show in our TV stations. We are doing a great disservice to our young men and women, to the talent we have in our country, by not profiling them appropriately. And I did undertake to them, as I do to you, that this is the journey that we are going to travel together. That is why today we have a master plan on sports and the creative economy. And it's going to incorporate, as was said here by the minister, it is because in our plan, if you look at our manifesto, these are clear issues that came from the people of Kenya. As we travel around the country, we listened to every sector and they told us what they needed us to do. And that is what we have been working on so that we can deliver. By facilitating the development of a competitive ecosystem of sporting and creative talent and monetizing all possible opportunities, Talanta Hela formalizes entrepreneurship in these sectors, enhancing their potential contribution to economic transformation. Through these strategic pillars, the Talanta Hela Master Plan will mobilize sectoral stakeholders, including schools, federations, clubs, private academies, and other partners in a robust, inclusive, bottom-up endeavor to deliver 6 key outcomes. The first, of course, is the revival of sport from the grassroots through satellite sports academies, beginning at the school level, through community to regional stadia, which culminate in the Kenya Academy of Sports at the national level. We will be working with the counties. We have there is a subject that has always been used against me, the stadiums. Now I am here, and I am going to sort out the stadiums. I have told my good friend Ababu here, since this was a big problem, every time there was something, people was Wabi Stadium, you know, Now we will demonstrate to you what it is and how we are going to do it and how it's going to become the epicenter of not just football occasionally, not just athletics occasionally. It's going to be the epicenter of all creative economy interventions, making sure that it works for everybody and it works always. The National Academy will be established by expanding the resident academy of the Moi International Sports Center, you know, the one that is in Kasarani, to incorporate modern training and accommodation facilities that meet international standards. It will also become the national hub for identifying, developing, marketing, promoting and monetizing talent across all sporting disciplines, including, Mr. Tundo, motor rallying. And we just gave 3 vehicles today to begin the training of those who want to be rally drivers. I think it is going to be a new beginning. The second pillar entails interventions to formalize the creative economy, actualize its full potential, and enhance its contribution to our national GDP beyond its current share money that we are using in advertising. There is absolutely no better advertising than the song I had here today. And that's why I'm saying the 350 billion shillings we spend in advertising, 10% of it. And Waziri, I want you to work with the rest of government to make sure that that money goes to our creatives. I am very happy. This good man, yeah, huyo mungwana huyo, he sang here a wonderful song. My good friend, you persuaded me that we should take some of the 350 billion shillings and make it available to you. So that young man, asante sana. Let me also say that I am very happy that we are now working together with all the actors in the creative space, in the music space, so that royalties can go to the right beneficiaries. For a very long time, our artists, they got the short end of the stick, always. Everybody else made money except them. We must do it this time round. I have gotten up with the people who do betting, just using technology. using technology, we can make sure that our artists get their fair share of what is due to them and that they are not exploited. So I am happy that Waziri and the industry, you've come together and we are going to see a big difference. And it's Nasio Tafadhali. I think it is something that we ought to do. Another pillar of Talanta Hela involves the Kenya National Innovation Agency, and I listened to them when they were speaking to us here, which has been designated to implement the Presidential Innovation Challenge, an online initiative to encourage our youth to create disruptive innovations and revolutionary ideas in every sector, including technology, agriculture, the blue economy, and forestry, among others. I look forward to seeing many exciting breakthroughs at this year's Kenya Innovation Week, including, hopefully, one that solves the intergenerational entrepreneurial conundrum. How do we make agriculture cool to attract our young people? I am looking forward. Vijana mkae rada, tutakutana huko kwa Innovation Week. Further, Talanta Hela has set out the forging of transformative partnerships as a fourth strategic pillar. We seek to form effective collaborations with strategic partners under public-private partnerships and frameworks. The programs involved include talent search and development, music recording, production and marketing, sports, development and production of the creative economy. Others are development of sports tourism, grassroots football competition in collaboration with counties, live broadcasts, and sponsorship of football. I already instructed the ministries of ICT and the Ministry of Sports to work out how we are going to have live broadcasts. And I have given them, I hope, Mr. Babu, mmefanya hiyo kazi, mmemaliza? Mmemaliza, very good. So I think many people blame me. They said the other day I was a one-man show. It's not a question of being a one-man show. It's because I was given a job by the people of Kenya and I must get it done. And these good people, they work with me because we have to deliver. And excuses is not an option. So I am very happy that shortly, as Ababu committed, we're going to have the whole space that had disappeared around sponsorship and live broadcasts back. And we are going to commit public resources to support that, and we are going to work with the men and women here. I see Paul Russo here. I see the Safaricom people here. I see all the other good people with deep pockets around. So you guys, tutasaidiana hapo mbele. The next pillar of Talanta Hela focuses our strategic attention to the development of a sports apparel and equipment value chain aimed at finally leveraging Kenya's fine international sporting brand to grow a robust national cluster. On this matter, I encourage all of you to embrace a Buy Kenya, Build Kenya culture to promote such outstanding designers and brands as Akinyi Odongo, Wanja Kenya, Ziwa Brand, Enda, Warrior, and Zebra. The fellows, the good people who displayed wonderful brands here, they deserve our support. I can say it's good to put on Nike. It is better to put on Enda. And maybe it is best to put on the Warrior or Zebra or what Wanja has done and what Akinyi has done. It just speaks to us as a nation. If you look at the now famous finance bill, among the things I have put my foot down on is that anything that is produced in Kenya, if you want to import it to Kenya, you pay more taxes. We cannot continue to import the things that we can manufacture in Kenya. We have to be deliberate about creating jobs. We have to be deliberate about creating opportunity. And we must act in our interest all the time. It must be Kenyan interest first, and every other interest baadaye. Finally, we take Talanta Hela online through the Talanta Hela app. which will be a one-stop shop for creatives and sports people, connecting talented individuals to opportunities and resources, including access to training programs, sponsorship, mentorship, and collaborative possibilities. The essence of Talanta Ela is a bottom-up economic transformation agenda approach to the sporting and the creative economy aimed at making them sustainably support large talent by monetizing every possible opportunity, formalizing talent development, and positively affecting education, manufacturing, tourism, and medicine, among other sectors. Talanta Hela is also an inclusive bottom-up program which promotes collaboration and partnership with diverse private sector actors, county governments, and international organizations. The end point of Talanta Hela is Pesa Mfukoni. I think that is what Musalia was telling me to speak to, and I hope I have. Competitive incomes that can sustain livelihoods and reward talent, dedication, discipline, and focus. As part of that program, I know Google and Facebook are present here. I did undertake last week that we are going to finally sign off on monetization on their platforms. God willing, I have given them an appointment for, I think, 13th, Wednesday, next week. The Google guys, are they still here? Maybe they have stepped out, but tell them, when you see them, tell them it's on, and I will be waiting for them on the 13th because I made a commitment. So let me ask all of us, because this is the space that is available to us. It's not going to be business as usual. The creative sector is not a joke. It is serious business. And it is very important, because my focus in this year's Jamhuri on the 12th will be around arts and the creatives. I have a date with the people in this sector that by December this year, you now have 6 months to work with me, work with the ministry, so that we eliminate all barriers and make the creatives big business, as it is elsewhere. I am making that commitment knowing very well that we need to make also serious investment in that sector. As I conclude, I remind you to mark June 22nd, 2023, so that you can participate in the Safari Rally right from the flagging off of the first car at the ramp at the Kenyatta International Convention Center. I also remember that on Jamhuri Day, I will be awarding the winners of the Presidential Innovation Challenge and the National Championships of the Inter-County Football Tournament. Sasa counties mujipange. You know, we will be, and have you agreed on what is the prize money, Ababu? You have? Iko chapa? Very good. Sasa watu wajipange. Na tutangojea huko Simba Arati na wale wengine, make sure you are in the finals. Yeah, and sorry, Madam Anne Waiguru, you didn't introduce Simba Arati because he had been introduced earlier amongst the content creators. From now, when we activate the Talanta Hela Sports and Creative Economy Master Plan, expect intense engagement across the country as talent finally mobilizes to blossom as an enabler of livelihoods and lifestyles on an unprecedented scale. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me officially unveil the commemoration of the 70th anniversary of the Safari Rally, and at the same time, officially launch the Sports and Creative Economy Master Plan. Tuwapigie makofi jameni. So, asanteni sana. I want to congratulate my friends from the counties. We need to raise the profile of the inter-county. Kenya cannot continue to be somewhere in football. We have to be in the right place. And we are going to do everything that we can. So, counties mujipange. The reason why we are doing this from the counties is because we believe that there is enormous talent in every part of Kenya. And we want to give a chance to that enormous talent to be built from the bottom so that we can see it finally at the national level, and hopefully it can inform the teams that are going to play in our national leagues and also the teams that will go into the international arena for football and for all the other sectors around the creative economy. So asanteni sana, nawatakia heri. I wish you well and see you soon. Asante sana, God bless.
Excuse me, Your Excellency. Behind you, my name is Mukami Wambora. I would like you to request you to just stay for a little bit, because as we are launching the app, I want you to have an opportunity to have a photo op with some of the talents that we've seen here today. So I'm going to just call them up one by one, beginning with the sports stars. We have Kevin Wekesa. He is in the National Sevens rugby team. He was one of the models during the sports apparel. He was wearing Wanja Kenya, thank you very much. Then, of course, a Wimbledon winner, Angela Okutoi, the first Kenyan to ever win at Wimbledon, and she will be taking part at the Billie Jean Cup this coming week. Karibu sana, Angela. And we laughed, we enjoyed. We have Awinje, she can come up, Jackie Vike, she can come up and also. And then Miss Kenya, I hope you're still in the crowd. We would love to have you up here. If you're still around, thank you very much. Karibu sana. And of course, the juggler, Rael Commander. Rael Commander, you can come up. Okay, thank you. I think this is great. I think with that, we can now play the video that will describe how the innovative search will take place across the country. Thank you, Her Excellency.
What is Talanta Hela Digital Platform? Talanta Hela Digital Platform is a platform which leverages on the application of technology to simplify the process of talent scouting, development, nurturing and monetization from grassroots level.
Okay, thank you. No, we can just take a quick photo over here. Your Excellency, Ms. Wake, come here also in the middle with the... Okay. Okay. Your Excellency, we would like to play the video one more time for you all here on stage to have an opportunity to actually enjoy and see exactly how the new Talanta Hela monetizing talents will work.
What is Talanta Hela Digital Platform? Talanta Hela Digital Platform is a platform which leverages on the application of technology to simplify the process of talent scouting, development, nurturing and monetization from grassroots level across the country. The Talanta Hela app will be available in Play Store and App Store. To get started, enter your phone number. Verify the OTP code sent to your phone. To complete the registration process, A. Enter your name. B. Verify your phone number. C. Enter your ID number. To create the player or artist profile, A. Enter talent name. B. Choose gender. C. Enter date of birth. D. Choose talent category, sports or creatives. E. Select specific sport. Choose the profile you want to upload the video to. Select some skills that describe your strength in the video. Upload the recorded video, audio, document or image from your gallery, or record one using your phone camera. Submit the video by clicking the upload button. You are now at the Talent Screening Hub. You will be notified of your progress. Scouting Portal. On the first stage review, your profile will be assigned to the respective scout with the attachment of videos, audios, images, or written materials. The scout reviews the videos, then approves or declines the profile with the reason of either action. The approved profile is then assigned to the pool of scouts for the second stage review, who then scores the profile. The system will sort the best profiles and invite them for physical trials at the selection centers. Activity histories are available to all coaches and judges.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Talanta Hela. It's gone digital. Wapi makofi, shangwe na vigelegele.
Asante sana. Your Excellency, from tonight, Talanta Hela is now online. And as you've seen from that platform, talent can be taken from any part of this country, come all the way to the National Academy at Kasarani and processed through this program, taking advantage of the digital space. And Your Excellency, this app has been developed by young Kenyans, who I want to acknowledge. Daniel Msugut, together with your team. If you can rise wherever you are, these are young techs who have been responsible for building this. Let us acknowledge those young people, Dan, Victor, Obai there, and the rest of the team who are responsible for building this app. Asanteni sana. Your Excellency, we are going to ask you now to do the activation of the football, the inter-county football. Allow me, before I do that, to acknowledge our local partners that we are working with. We have worked with them the journey of the rally, and we are looking forward to working with them the journey of revival of sports. Mr. Russo of the Kenya Commercial Bank, please come forward. The representative of CFAO, formerly Toyota Kenya, and the representative, yes, please come back, Mr. Real. The representative of Safaricom, tafadhali njoo hapa. Your Excellency, these are very, very treasured partners. KCB, asante sana. For people for better. And together with the CFAO. And finally, the pride of Africa. Alan, please come here on behalf of Kenya Airways, who are similarly treasured partners. Your Excellency, I'll allow you to take a photo with these very special partners. You can stay, Governor. You are part of this partnership. And Your Excellency, I'm asking these great partners that we now extend this partnership to the sports revival agenda in the similar way that we have done. And let me thank you, CFAO, for the cars that have been donated, which are going to start the new rallying school at the Kenya Academy of Sports. Asanteni sana. Allow me, Your Excellency, now to invite Governor Waiguru. You'll remain here. We'll invite Governor Kachapin. Governor Kachapin, who is the chair of the committee responsible for sports at the Council of Governors. Your Excellency, he'll join you for purposes of the draw, which I'll now ask you to proceed with.
Okay, thank you very much, CS. I will also call to the stage the President of the Football Kenya Federation, Mr. Nick Mwendwa, and his team. They will be, and the Harambee Stars, led by their captain, Michael Olunga, they will be taking us through the draw. As you can just give him a hand, he's already coming out with the trophy. So the Under-19 Bottoms-Up tournament will have its inaugural season. The inaugural season of the Under-19 Bottoms-Up tournament is taking part this year. August is when it'll begin, and the final will take place on the 12th of December, Jamhuri Day, when Kenya is celebrating its 60th anniversary. So we have Nick Mwendwa, who's going to just pick it up from there, and we can continue with the draw.
Thank you, Mukami. I'll move quickly. Harambee Stars, I see you're still stuck there because of security. Please move as we move this. And then in the backstage, move with flag and the rest of stuff, please. Let's move.
Harambee Stars, Michael Olunga, Captain Mike. Oh, Captain is here? Okay, Captain, together with your team who are participating in the draw. May I ask Austin Odur and Agre Lukoe. Austin Odur and Agre Lukoe, please join us. Join us here for this. Yeah.
So I will explain what's going to happen. Very shortly, His Excellency will do a draw. The bottom-up tournament, Talent Hela tournament, will be played in every county. A county team will be selected for you governors. Then in what was the provinces, you will compete and produce 2 teams for boys and girls, an A team and a B team. When you finish, the president is going to do a quick draw, not for the entire tournament, but to pick who will play Western A and Coast B, for example. So he will do that with the players. Doreen will guide him how to do that. And then after that, we will hand with the CS the trophy to him. And then he will hand this trophy to the captain of Harambee Stars with instructions to go to the grassroots and complete the job, so that they can all be like him, those who can make it. So that's how we're going to flow.
Nick, let me just explain for one moment how this draw is being done. The tournament is being played at 2 levels. The first level is regional. All the counties have been confined in their regions, the 8 regions. So the former Western, Nyanza, Central, Rift Valley will constitute a region. In that region, you'll play a league format. So everybody will play everybody home and away. The top 2 teams in every region will qualify for the national championship. So we expect to have 16 teams for the national championship. Number 1, number 2. The draw you are doing, Your Excellency, involves the number allocated for each region. So there is, for instance, Rift Valley 1, that's the county that will be top in Rift Valley. And Rift Valley 2, the county that will finish number 2. So we have seeded, there is a pool for the winners and the pool for those who will finish second. So it will be like Rift Valley 1 going to play Coast 2. That's the draw you're doing, Your Excellency.
All right,
Okay.
so Doreen is the head of competitions for football. I'll let her guide the president. Please, Doreen, move forward. Show the president what he needs to do. He will pick, and then you will explain to him. After that, he will put them by rules here, and then we will lock them up. And then after that, whenever he picks up, it will be shown on the video, and it will be written down, because in football terms, it cannot change. From there, if it changes, tunaingia kwa shida. So, Doreen.
Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, this is a honor for me to take you through the draw. So I will invite our captain, Michael. Please just move a bit in front. And David. So we have pot A is in gold, and then pot B is in green. So we will pick, Mr. President, you will pick from pot A. Just pick randomly one. Yes. Just shuffle and pick. Yes, and then open. Give me the balls, give me the balls. Sorry. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Team A, match number 1, we will have Rift Valley A. No, first match, Rift Valley A. And then from pot B, Your Excellency. From pot B, we have Coast B. So the first match will be Rift Valley A versus Coast B. Thank you, Your Excellency. And then once more, from pot A, for the second match, from pot A, we will have Central A for the second match, and they will play against, from pot B, turn it. From pot B, we will have Nairobi B. That is the second match, ladies and gentlemen, Nairobi B. For the third match, we will have Central A. For the third match, Central A, and they will play Central A will play Western B. That is the third match, ladies and gentlemen, Western B. And then for the fourth match, ladies and gentlemen, Northeastern A for the fourth match. And they will play Nyanza B. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Match number 4, Nyanza B. So I will invite in front Richard Odada.
Just to be clear for everyone, these are for both the women's and the men's matches.
Western A is drawn. Western A has been drawn. Pot B. Western A will play Central B. Western A will play Central B in match number 5. Western A versus Central B for match number 5. And as His Excellency does this draw, let me just clarify that goes for boys and girls. So when it's drawn like Western A, it is for both teams, for both boys and girls. The draw is being done for both. Match number 6, Coast A. Coast A will go head to head with who? Match number 6, number 7. Coast A against Rift Valley B for match number 6. Coast A against Rift Valley B. Match number 6. Match number 7. Nyanza A. Nyanza A, match number 7. Nyanza A will play against who? Nyanza A will play against Central B. Central B against Nyanza A. Governor Anne Waiguru, uko na kibarua. That is the last match. Will be between Nairobi A. Nairobi A will go head to head against Nairobi A plays Northeastern B. Nairobi A, Northeastern B. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to His Excellency the President. It's going to be hot, it's going to be exciting. No, the FKF will sort it out. FKF will.
Okay. Yes. We'll sort it out. Maybe there was an issue when they were planning it. We'll sort it out.
Yes.
Yes, if there's a mistake, we have to repeat all of it. We'll bring it back to him if there's a mistake.
FKF will do it.
That is the law.
FKF will do it. Okay. Now present the trophy to His Excellency the President. That is a trophy that is going to be contested. The Talanta Hela 2023 Inter-County Championship. The Harambee Stars captain is the brand ambassador of this tournament, Mike Olunga. Asante sana. And now, Your Excellency, you'll present balls. Yeah, that is the final game. That's the ball that will be played on the final. Your Excellency, that ball is with you until 12th of December. You'll place it at the center of the pitch for the final game. Yes, yes, Your Excellency. But now you'll hand balls and flags to each county to signify that we are ready for this.
Yeah. Your Excellency, I think it'll be time for you to present the balls and